Welcome back to the Fit and Nerdy channel. I apologize for recently for I think I said I was going to have this video up last week. Life's been busy dealing with a house that had a mold problem. Now it's getting rebuilt. So life's been a little bit busy, so I haven't had a chance to really get to this, but I do now, so I'm taking care of it. So this is a video in regards to what does my blood work look like when I go off all things like, Tongat Ali, Fedosia agrestis, what else, like anything like that. The only thing that I've added, this is per people saying that this should drop my ferritin, which is I added copper supplementation. And that's about that is the only thing that I'm doing that's different than my usual routine, which I just thought about it. That'll probably be another video, is what I'm taking to, maximize my blood work, maximize my testosterone and whatnot. So that'll be another video at some point in the future. But yeah, other than that, without further ado, let us get into the blood work, which is what I imagine a lot of you like to see. So here is my baseline blood results. Oh, that is a little bit off. I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, maybe I need to do full screen. Hold on. Is that a little better? It's a little better. So anyway, so just to get into, starting out with the TSH. So, this is my T4 is a little high. Not quite sure why. My TSH is a little bit higher. Again, not quite sure. The only thing I've changed is copper. And as you all know, I supplement with boron. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that one. And then something that's notable is my white blood cell count has dropped, but that is because I started taking Flonase because I'm back down in Florida and I am allergic to oak, which means I am allergic to Florida in general. So, anyway, so I'm not really worried about the white blood cell count result. But then to note, I came off of everything, but then I think with the copper supplementation, as you could see, my red blood cell count is actually a little bit higher, as is my hemoglobin and my hematocrit. So my red blood cell count has actually gone up. So look at that as a net benefit. And then, nothing of note really in the rest of my panel that I could really see. And then the other thing being is that my bun has gone down a little bit. My glucose is relatively the same. All right, so now we're going to switch over to the next tab. So as you can see, this is my, do I have any? Okay, yeah. So as you can see, my creatinine went up a little bit, but as you know, I take creatine. So I think that is also throwing off my GFR results, so which makes it unreliable. But if you can see, my bun to creatinine ratio went down significantly once I came off the Tongat Ali and Fedosia agrestis. Don't know if it's related. It's just something that I noted in my blood work. And then everything else is about the same until you get to my liver enzymes. That I'm not quite sure why my liver enzymes are a little bit elevated. I had been training, but my understanding is one of these two is a little bit like the longer term type of measurement that, there's a little bit more stress on my liver. I don't know if that's from the copper or not. That's what I'm assuming, is that the copper is causing a little bit more load on my liver, but I don't know. But then if you look at everything else, my cholesterol numbers are a little higher, but then my HDL and my LDL went up proportionally. So my cholesterol really hasn't seen a significant change since coming off Tongat and Fedosia. So, nothing I'm going to worry about. And then, as you could see, my hemoglobin A1C and it actually went down, but I have been actually dropping a little bit of weight because I am dieting down right now, trying to get down to around 220, sitting at around 233 right now. So, I assume that's probably why my hemoglobin A1C went down a little bit. And then DHEA is actually up. And I think that is also because of the copper supplementation. And then the thing that everyone always likes to look at is my testosterone numbers. As I said, my numbers are pretty much unchanged. And again, when I was on the Fedosia by itself, my numbers went up. When I combined them, they almost kind of neutralized each other. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. My LH is a slight bit lower, and then my FSH is unchanged. Prolactin is unchanged. The one thing that did go up, but I haven't really felt the effects of it, is my estradiol. So basically, my estrogen count has gone up a little bit. Like I don't feel that much different, if I'm going to be honest. So, my estrogen's a little bit up, but it doesn't seem to have had any negative impacts on my sports performance or anything like that, mood or anything like that. And also libido. Like, none of those things have had dramatic changes since coming off. If anything, my libido's a little bit up since coming off the compounds. So take that with however you will. And then IGF-1 is down a little bit. Not significantly, but it is down a little bit. That, it's around, what is that, around a little under 10%. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And then I'm thinking, because I've been doing copper supplementation, my vitamin D shot through the roof. I was just doing this to see if there was a significant difference in my vitamin D since taking copper, and apparently it helped with the absorption. So I'm going to reduce my vitamin D supplementation. I was taking about 5,000 IUs a day. Got to drop that to about 3,000 and then see if my numbers come back into the reference range. That says my previous result was 10/19/2021. I have had another vitamin D at some point since then. I think it might have been through Quest Labs. And that one, I would think I was around 70. So it looks like the copper supplementation actually spiked my vitamin D. Hey, it's interesting stuff. So if you have low vitamin D, it might make sense to supplement with copper, apparently. And then I think we got one more page to come up here. Maybe, yeah, we got one more page of results. And let me bring those up. Yep. And this is just a continuation of the vitamin D. So nothing going on here. Don't worry about that reference. And as you can see, my free testosterone is one of the only things that had a significant change. It did go down quite a bit. And my ferritin actually went up since the copper supplementation. And then now it does actually look like that either the Tongat or the Fedosia was actually dropping my SHBG, because as you could see, it's at 57.2. It's actually gone up by about 20%, which is probably why my free testosterone has gone down as well. So it does look like, if anything, the Fedosia and Tongat combo did drop my SHBG and did improve my free testosterone numbers, but my total test has stayed relatively the same. So, that's my blood work. For me, I'm gonna try doing just Fedosia again, and then see if my blood results are again improved, see how I feel and everything like that. But honestly, coming off of the coming off of the Fedosia and coming off of the Tongat, I don't really feel that much of a change. In terms of anything, my training hasn't suffered or anything. So I don't know if, again, I think the Tongat actually caused me to lose some of the effects of the Fedosia, at least for me, because I remember being on the Fedosia, I actually did feel pretty good, and then and then I took Tongat and had a lot of side effects. So, and then eventually those side effects went away after like a week or two. But yeah, that's, some people ask me if I have worries about toxicity with Tongat or Fedosia. I personally haven't experienced it. I didn't have some massive spike in my LH and FSH like some people have. So if I haven't personally experienced the side effects, so I'm not worried about experimenting with it again. But I do urge that if you are going to take supplements like this and you're trying to optimize your testosterone, I wouldn't take it blindly. I would definitely be monitoring my blood work because it does seem to have some form of impact on your blood work. So you should get a baseline and figure out what that is. That's all I've got for right now. If you've liked what you've seen and you've made it to the end of this video, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please comment down below. It helps get my videos up there in the algorithm. Trying to grow this channel, trying to get the information out there about all these compounds and what they do to your blood work. To just to find out if it's snake oil or if it actually did something for me. Thank you and stay safe.